everybody, good morning. TV chef Kevin Woodford has been in touch.
Oh yeah.
He likes a cup of tea. He likes red bush tea with a fig biscuit, or a fig roll, I presume.
Okay.
Dumped in his tea. I see. I do like a fig roll.
No.
I haven't had one for a long time, but I do like a fig roll.
Yeah, old school.
It is old school.
Not my choice. No, I'm going to be real with you on the red bush or the fig roll. But each to our own, Kevin. Each to our own.
See, if Kevin says it, it's true. Basically.
He's a chef. He does know his stuff.
He knows his stuff. Best scrambled eggs in the business.
Oh really?
Oh yeah. Amazing scrambled eggs, Kevin does.
That's also a very difficult thing to achieve, I think, scrambled egg, but that's a whole other situation that we won't get into this morning.
Well, you're quite good in the kitchen.
I'm very good at the kitchen, but very difficult to achieve outside of your own kitchen.
Oh.
If you order scrambled eggs out, they always come, like a microwave.
Oh, I know.
It's a whole other thing.
Away from food, let's show you... we'll go on.
Can I just say, let us know what your favourite biscuit is with tea, please, because that was good. Thank you, Kevin.
Thank you, Kevin. There is a fantastic picture on the front of the Daily Mail this morning. Elon Musk and that look that says, I've just lost £2.5 billion after Starship blew up again. But the mission has been a success. It blew up, but they're calling that a rapid unscheduled disassembly.
That's how they put it. And he is still smiling.
He is still smiling.
Smile, it must be said. Inside the Sun is a picture story, a very powerful one, of fans lining the streets to catch a glimpse of Paul O'Grady's funeral procession. You can see, if you are listening on the radio, on the front page there, his husband sitting on top of that, do you call it a horse and carriage?
Yes.
Holding the couple's dog. Really powerful image there.
I mean, so sad. But and do you know what? What a beautiful tribute that so many people came out with their dogs, actually, just to say thank you. I think that's really nice. It's a nice thing to do. Not such a great picture for Dominic Raab on the front of The Guardian this morning, looking defiant, coming outside number 10. His career hangs in the balance, of course. The Prime Minister is deciding his fate as we speak.
And this one is a great story. This is in the Mirror. The Prince of Wales delights staff at an Indian restaurant during a visit to Birmingham, and he even picks up the phone and answers a customer's booking. Can you imagine being that customer, ringing up, getting a table for 7 o'clock on Saturday night, and it's the Prince of Wales answering the phone.
Love
Hello,
it.
how can I help you?
Look how happy they look, though. They're all laughing their heads off, which is lovely. I like that. Natural. Normal.
Now, I believe that is their first public outing since Spare was published, the first, out and about meeting.
Is it?
Apparently, I may not be correct on that. I'll ask Cameron Walker, our royal reporter. And they received such a warm reception, as they would, and they are brilliant.
I like them a lot.
Really good to see them back out and again, smiling, doing what they do best, which is with the public, being normal, like you say.
Yeah. Good on them.
Lovely.
Now, political commentator Benedict Spence is here with journalist Nabila Ramdani to take us through the papers this morning. Let's have a quick look. We'll rattle through some of these. Benedict in the Times, we've talked about it a lot this morning, but Dominic Raab standing firm.
Yep, it's on a lot of the front pages, the Times, the Guardian, the Telegraph, as you've touched upon. Rishi Sunak, according to the Times, is agonising over what the Guardian calls a stinging report about Dominic Raab. And, there are many sort of different reasons why it could be that this is taking a little bit of time. Obviously, that's not very...
Dithering.
Yes, dithering. Is it weakness on the part of Rishi Sunak? Is it because he just wants to be thorough, spreadsheet Rishi, as they call him, trying to, be across all of the details, not wanting to make the wrong mistake? Is it because Dominic Raab has a lot of sway with a lot of backbenchers who Sunak needs unsigned? We don't know. All that we do know is the longer that this drags on and it becomes more of a story, then it does, I'm afraid, make Sunak look that little bit weaker. But he's already lost a number of front bench ministers since he's become Prime Minister. So either way, as they say, it's not a good look. Whether or not that actually sort of feeds through into public perception, I'm not sure. Everybody understands being a minister is a very important job, very tough job. But still, I think a decision probably needs to be made today, preferably before lunchtime. Otherwise, I think it is becoming, as they call it, a saga. And I don't think Prime Ministers really want sagas about bullying in their own governments.
Yeah. We could do without that, couldn't we? Nabila, let's go to a totally different story now. I want to jump down the list to what is on the front page of the Star today is, of course, Paul O'Grady's funeral procession. Really powerful images of lots of people coming out with their dogs, actually, to pay tribute.
Goes with the title, The Love of Dogs, and, dozens of dogs lined up the streets when Paul O'Grady was put to rest. And in Kent yesterday, a lot of celebrities turned up, but a lot of the emphasis was on the dogs. Faithful friends say farewell to TV's Paul O'Grady. It's very hard, to discuss this story with a dry eye because of what kind of person Paul Grady was. He was not only a wonderful entertainer, but he was also a very decent person. And not only there was a lot of A-list celebrities at his funerals, including Ronnie Woods from the Rolling Stones, but it was particularly moving to see all those dogs from Battersea Dogs Home. And there was a lovely lady from Battersea who said that Paul was not just a man of the people, he was a man of the people and their pets. And I think it says it all, really. And she also said that the heart of Battersea Dogs Home, which is probably the most famous in the world, has slowed down a little because of Paul's passing. You can't get more moving than that.
No. God, it's funny, isn't it, just to be such a national treasure in the way that he was to so many people's lives. It's amazing. Benedict, to the Telegraph. I don't know what to make of this one. A farmer has tried to protect a village from flooding by bulldozing a beauty spot.
Yes.
So he's been sent to jail.
For 12 months for a year, and he's been fined. He's been told to pay £600,000 in costs. I think this is something that will strike at the heart of a lot of people, because the reason why this man has been sent to jail, it's for dredging a river, for altering the course of a river and cutting down some trees. And the reason why he did it, he says, is because the river was regularly flooding some local houses. And the Environment Agency, the local authorities, weren't dredging it. They weren't doing anything to stop it. Local people, other people in the village whose houses were being flooded, have said that they were in favour of him doing what he was doing. But it was a protected area. There were endangered species, supposedly, in that part of the river. It's a tricky one, because this is what happens ultimately when you have so much bureaucracy and so much sort of obstinacy at a local level over things that, let's be honest, are important, but a lack of movement prompts people to take matters into their own hands. If people's houses are being flooded, you can only expect them to put up with that for so long. And but as we see, people then take action. They take the law into their own hands, and this can be repeated across almost sort of any number of sectors where you could see people taking the law into their own hands if local authorities don't act. And this is one of the issues that we have around things like policing in this country. If police don't turn up to burglaries and stuff, how long is it before people start to confront burglars and that sort of thing? It is something that the state needs to be on top of. You can't just sort of sit behind the protection of red tape and bureaucracy and say, well, you can't do this, you can't do that, and then watch people's lives potentially be destroyed because their houses are being flooded and expect them not to do anything. So I think this does resonate with all.
It's difficult. I'm not saying this farmer is right, but certainly don't think he should have gone to jail.
It's a lot of money and a lot of time for what he's done, frankly, and I think it's more punitive than it needed to be, in the grand scheme of things.
Yeah, surely the Environment Agency could have. Why didn't they remodel the river and get on and sort it out?
That's what they're supposed to do, but famously we're quite bad at dredging. We have floods every year in this country because of that lack of action, because of environmental protection. So it's a recurring story.
Yeah, and questions about planning. I mean, if that is an area that floods yearly, why were their houses there in the first place? So many points. You will have a view on that story.
Yeah.
GBViews at gbnews.uk.
We are out of time. It's been really good to see you, Benedict and Nabila. Thank you both very much indeed.